Dear students, today we will discuss optimality test of a transportation problem by using modified distribution method. So let's start. So let's start modified distribution method. Once the initial basic feasible solution has been computed, the next step in the problem is to determine whether the solution is optimum or not. The optimality test can be conducted on any basic feasible solution of a transportation problem provided such a allocation has exactly m plus n minus 1, where m is number of rows and n is number of column in a transportation table. So let's try to understand the steps involved in modified distribution method. Step 1. Find out the initial basic feasible solution of the transportation problem by using northwest corner rule, minimum cost method, or by using VAM. Step 2. Find out a set of numbers, that is ui, vj, for each row and column satisfying ui plus vj is equal to cij for each occupied cell or allocated cell. To start with, we assign a number 0 to any row or column having maximum number of allocation. Or we can say the first row, suppose u1 is equal to 0. We can start by using this as an assumption. Step 3. For each unoccupied cell or unallocated cell, we find out the sum of ui and vj. Step 4. Find out the net evaluation value, that is delta ij is equal to cij minus bracket close ui plus vj for each unoccupied cell or unallocated cell, which is written at the bottom corner of the table set. These steps gives the optimality conclusion. If all delta ij is greater than 0, all net evaluation value, the solution is optimum and a unique solution. If all net evaluation value, that is delta ij, greater than equal to 0, then solution is optimum, but this solution must have another alternate solution too. If at least one delta ij less than 0, then solution is not optimum. In this case, we have to go to the next step to improve total transportation cost. So step 5. Select the unoccupied cell having most negative value of delta ij. From this cell, we draw a closed path by drawing horizontal and vertical lines with a corner cell occupied. Assign plus n minus alternatively and find out the minimum allocation from the cell having negative sign. This allocation should be added to the allocation having positive sign and subtract from the allocation having negative sign. Step 6. The above step yields a better solution by making one or more occupied cell as unoccupied and one occupied cell as occupied. For this new set of basic feasible allocation, repeat from step 2 onwards till a optimum basic feasible solution is obtained. So this is the methodology which are basically used to find out the optimum solution after getting initial basic feasible solution for a transportation problem. This method is utilized to find out whether the basic feasible solution has an optimum solution or not. So let's try to solve one numerical and try to understand the Modi method. Now to understand the Modi method, again we are considering the same problem 8, 9, 7, 4, 3, 5, 8, 5, 6 as a unit cost of transportation. 40, 25, 35 is a supply, and 30, 30 and 40 as a demand. So at first we have to find out initial basic feasible solution. To find out the initial basic feasible solution of this problem, so let's consider minimum cost method to find out initial basic feasible solution. So here this is 3, so I can put 25 here. If I put 25, it will exhaust it. It became 5. After that I can 5 here, it will exhaust. Again I can put 30 here, so it will exhaust it. Only 10 will remain. Then 10 I can put here, and I can put 30 here, so all will exhaust it. So ultimately we are getting a initial basic feasible solution 30, 10, 25, 5 and 30. Here we have to check. So M is number of rows, N is number of column. Number of row is 3, so M plus N minus 1 is 5, which is equal to number of allocation. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is not a degenerated problem. So we can proceed for find out whether this solution is optimum or not. So this is the initial basic feasible solution. We already allocated 30, 10, 25, 5 and 30. So in the Modi method, we have to find out Ui plus Vj is equal to Cij for allocated cell. So allocated cell is this one. So let's put here, this is suppose U1, this is U2, that is U3, this is V1, this is V2, this is V3. So for allocated cell, this one will be U1 plus V1 is equal to 8. So we assume let U1 is equal to 0. If U1 is equal to 0, then V1 is equal to 8. So similarly, U1 plus V3, this one is equal to 7. So your V3 is also 7. So here U1 is 0, V3 is 8, V1 is 8, V3 is 7. Similarly, we can find out U3 plus V3 is equal to 6. U3 V3 is equal to 6. So here U3 will be, V3 is 7, this is 6. So ultimately your U3 will be minus 1. So your U3 is minus 1. Similarly, we can find out U3 plus V2, U3 plus V2, which is equal to 5. So U3 is minus 1 plus V2 is equal to 5. So V2 will be 6. So V2 is 6. Similarly, U2 plus V2 is equal to 3. This 3. So U2 plus 6, this 3. So ultimately U2 will be minus 3. So it will be minus 3. So this is the value. So after finding out U1, U2, U3, V1, V2, V3, you have to compute that is delta Ij, which is equal to Cij minus Ui and Vj, that is for unallocated cell. So here unallocated cells are this one, this one, this one and this one. So let's find out. So here it is 9, the first one is 9, and this one will be U1 plus V2, U1 and V2. So 9 minus U1 will be 0, V2 is 6, so it will be 3. Similarly for this one, it is 4 minus U2 plus V1. 4 minus U2 is minus 3, V1 is 8, so it will be minus 1. Similarly for this one, it will be 5 minus U2 plus V3. 5 minus U2 is minus 3 plus 7. So it will be how much? It will be 1. Similarly for this, 8 U3 plus V1. 8 minus U3 is minus 1 plus 8. So it will be 1. So again, I can write here for this value is 6, this value is 3 for unoccupied cell. This one is minus 1, this one is 1, and this one is also 1. So if you observe here delta ij, one value of the delta ij is less than 0, this one. So this is not the optimum solution. So we have to find out a better solution, or we have to find out a modified transportation table. Now this is the situation, -1 is here, so this table is not optimum. Now we have to add something. So what is the meaning of that? -1 is here, meaning is that if you somehow put something, some value here, then one unit will be reduced. Meaning is that the meaning of this table actually. So here if you put something, this is +3, then your cost will increase by unit 3. So -1 means, so there is a scope of reducing the total transportation cost -1. So if you add something here, that will be beneficial for us. So let's put theta here. Theta be the allocated number. We don't know the exact number here. Let's put theta. If I put theta here, I have to minus theta from here. If I put minus here, I have to plus here in the theta. Again you have to minus in this side. Again you have to plus here theta. Then again you have to minus the theta. So you have to make one loop like this. Now this is the loop. So this is minus plus minus plus minus plus like that. So let's try to allocate theta in this position as much as possible. Now our intention is to put theta. Our intention is to put theta here. So it is 25. So if I put, it is 30, it is 25. So I can put theta is equal to 25. If I put theta is equal to 25, then it will be minus 25. So then here will be the plus 25. Here will be the minus 25. Okay. If it is minus, then it is a plus 25. Here will be minus 25. Now rearrange this one. So if I rearrange this, then it will become 5. This is became 35. Okay. This one 25. This will be 0, no allocation. This will be 30. This will be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the new allocation table. Now whether this allocation table is optimum or not, we have to check again by using MODI method. So let's try to do it. So after putting the allocation like this, we have to check whether it is a optimum table or not. So for this purpose I am rewriting here. So again you have to put U1, U2, that is U3, that is V1, V2, V3. So here again you have to find compute Cij minus Cij is equal to Ij plus Vj for allocated cell. So allocated cell is this one, so it will be u1 plus v1 is equal to 8. So let u1 is equal to 0, so in that sense v1 is equal to 8. Similarly, u1 plus v3 is equal to 7, this one 7, so again this v3 is equal to 7. So I am writing here, this is 8, this is 7, this is 0. So u2 plus v1 is equal to 4. So v1 u2 plus u1 is equal to 8. So this is 4. So u2 will be minus 4. It will be minus 4. Similarly, u3 plus v2 is equal to 5, and u3 plus v3 is equal to 6. So u3 plus v3 is 7 is equal to 6. So from this u3 will be minus 1. So if u3 is minus 1, so it will be minus 1 plus v2 is equal to 5. So I can write here v2 is equal to 6. So its value is 6. u2 will be minus 4, and this will be minus 1. After finding out this u1 is equal to 0, u2 is equal to minus 4, v3 is equal to minus 1, v1 is equal to 8, v2 is equal to 6, and v3 is equal to 7, we have to find out what? We have to find out dij, delta ij, which is equal to cij minus ui vj. This is for unallocated cell. So here unallocated cell is this, and this. So let's find out this value. So for unallocated cell, this is 9 minus u1 plus v2. So 9 minus 0 plus 6, so it will be 3. This one 3, that is u2 plus v2. This is 3 minus 4 plus 6, so it will be 2 plus 1. Similarly, this is 5, u2 plus v3. So this is 5 minus 4 plus 7, so this is 1. For this one 8, u3 plus v1. So 8, u3 is minus 1 plus 8, so it is 1. So here this value is 3, this value is 1, this value is 1, this value is 1. So this above transportation problem, if you observe, will get delta ji is greater than 0, not equal to 0, it is greater than 0. So solution is optimum and unique. So by using MODI method, we can check whether it is optimum or not. So after getting this, we have to find out the transportation cost. So transportation cost will be transportation 8 into 5 plus 7 into 35 plus 4 into 25 plus 5 into 30 plus 6 into 5, and after computation you will get 565. So this is the transportation cost. I hope you understand the optimality test of a transportation problem by using modified distribution method. Thank you. Stay safe.